Hey, welcome! Are you interested in becoming part of our team and doing something against climate change? Well, then you are in the right place. What we're doing? Well, there's another video out there about our mission, which is explaining that more in detail, but basically we are doing two things. We raise awareness for the topic of climate change, and we do this by using social media. And the other thing is we are developing solutions, effective solutions working on a global scale for doing something against climate change. And that's really a broad area. So we need all kinds of skills to do that. And of course, most of them have to do with doing something on social media. So the idea is that we have all kinds of different applications, social media channels like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, all kinds of stuff. And we want to have them in different languages, And of course, you can become the channel manager for one of these channels in one of the languages, because we are going to have one in English, and then there will be maybe a German one, and French or Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Hindi, whatever. It's a global thing, so we have to do this in all kinds of languages. And of course, you are very welcome if one of those languages, which is not English, is your mother tongue. And of course, you are very welcome if English is your mother language, right? So this is and there you become the channel manager, you produce the content. Of course, we are a team, somebody is producing something, you can take this and translate it, or you can produce your own content. It's up to you. And you can get more people on board who producing for you. So that's channels, and that can be in all kinds of languages, and all kinds of things are really very, very, very welcome. So there's lots and lots of stuff to do. And then this is because this is our own channels. And then we want to network with influencers, because, let's face it, there are already a lot of people out there. Some of them already have the topic of sustainability or climate change, but there's lots of people out there who are influencers, who already have an audience. So the idea is to contact them and say, hey, why don't we work together? You pick up this topic, and we do something together. We can maybe support you with material or whatever you need. And, stories, you can just we support you, you do something about climate change and your audience, and we work together. So that's the whole area of jobs where we want to have people who are just going out to all kinds of influencers in all kinds of languages to really network together. There you are not really producing content. Of course you can, but the main thing is managing a network and contacting people. And there are some people who are really good at this. And maybe if you are a fan of Taylor Swift, we might get to Taylor Swift. I don't know. It's up to you. And everybody knows everybody. And it's we want to make it really big. So, and then of course there's the third area. We want to train people actually becoming influencers in your own way. You can make your own channel. You are building up your own sort of social media real estate. If you make your own channel, your own stuff, you can say what you are doing. You are then the brand, and you're building up your own thing. And of course you can start by using this topic, climate change, and you can learn it, and it's building your own bank account on social media. And of course, we want to train you in doing this, and you're doing this. Good. So that would be that you're doing this under your own name. The other channel, they are under the name of Reduce CO2 Now, okay? So, and then of course, there's a whole area where we're saying, hey, we need also people who are doing software development, because we want to have an app. And we want to have probably more than one app. And one app will be just really simple. It's in the past, you had email newsletters, and then you had an email and you send something out and say, hey, here's some new stuff and look at it. Instead of this, we want to make an app, which is the Reduce CO2 app. And people have this, and then they can change, I have these languages which I'm interested in. And then, you get, warnings and stuff. Oh, there's new content on this channel. Have a look at this. And so you can already use this to support. That can be used for donations. And we want to put also then in later stages of the app, really good usable content inside. For example, calorie counting. There are a lot of apps for calorie counting out there, but there's lots and lots of advertising in there and stuff like this. So it's really annoying sometimes. But these kind of things, or have the app support you in making a CO2 based diet, or really One of the things is an app using AI as skin cancer screening, that you photograph your spots. It goes into the AI and tells you, oh, that's one is like probably safe, and that one, some doctor should be looking at this. And then in the apps could be real skin doctors, really people, physicians who look at this and say, yeah, really, that's really dangerous. You have to go, and that should be looked at really fast from a doctor. Yeah. So, and there could be like a donation thing that you pay these doctors something, and of course the money is not going to the doctor, but it's going to be part of our network. So there's like lots of ideas, lots of stuff to do. So if you are like in marketing, in social media, in any kind of thing, if you have a skill in anything and you're interested, we will find something for you. Like everything is needed, and in all kinds of languages. So really big deal. So how do you can come on board? There's like a link in the description, and in the comments it goes to Reddit, which we use right now, and there's like the whole thing. Told you what we need, what kind of like jobs we have right now, or what we are looking for, and then there's something like an agreement which tells you, hey, you are basically saying something, and we are doing all this on a volunteer basis, so there is no money paid. Yeah, but you're doing this as a volunteer. We make an agreement that you say, hey, you are going to make an X amount of work hours per week or whatever. And also that you can get something from us, like for example, recommendation on LinkedIn, if you have something like this, or a recommendation letter and stuff like that. So that we want to give you something back as well. And of course you can be listed in in this organization, and all kinds of stuff. So look at this so that we can give you something back. And of course, if you produce something and you produce content, you can put it like on your own LinkedIn and say, hey, that's what I produced, for example. So, and what kind of jobs do we need? Almost everything. Like in any large organization, we need like people even recruiting, people who are doing HR. We need like a Steuerberater, a lawyer, app software development, of course, all kinds of stuff who are interested in social media, content production, and so on. Assistant, team, web design, songwriting, story writing, like almost everything. Graphic design, video design, and of course project management as well, and like team management, and really. We want to develop apps and produce something, and we want to develop the solution. And of course, if you are an expert in one of our areas where we produce a solution, then of course, you're very welcome also to work in this. So thank you very much for watching. Please go and follow the link, go to our Reddit, and then, get in contact with us, and let's start to work together. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow the channel.